Matt, I mean, you've been the most dominant reliever so far this season for the team. What's going well for you?
I'm just throwing a lot of strikes, letting them put it in play, and the defense is coming up behind me and making good plays like Casey did tonight.
Were you surprised you were able to finish the game coming in so early?
Oh, no. I had a feeling like he was going to let me go as long as I could, so I was just trying my hardest, letting them keep the ball and put it in play, letting my defense make plays, and it was working for me. So,
what pitches were working for you?
Fastball splitter is all I threw today. Nothing else.
I mean, I know you're also experimenting with the slider a little bit, the splitter, so that kind of came along. What was your arsenal, I guess, coming in the fall, and I guess just how has Coach Gaines really kind of helped you refine some of that stuff?
So in the fall, it was like very beginning. It was like just fastball, changeup, and then I threw a bullpen. And Coach Gaines pretty much told me I'd never throw a changeup again. So he showed me a splitter, and then it was all right in the fall. Mm-hmm. And then I had a curveball that wasn't good, so I never threw it. And it was just pretty much just fastball splitter all fall. And then over the break, I just kept working on it. And then splitter got better, and then against VCU, one of our teammates, Nick Price, showed me a slider grip. And I just went in the game and said, all right, whatever, I'm just going to throw it in game. And it worked.
You worked with Shuey on the splitter at all?
Who's that?
Paul Shuey, former Tahoe?
No.
No? Okay. He does games sometimes, and he'll go down and work with guys, especially if they throw a splitter. So.
Yeah. I don't know who that is.
But after Virginia scored so many runs in the first two games, how amazing is it to get a shutout in this game? I mean, it
just shows you that baseball is just because you put up a lot of runs one game doesn't mean you're going to do it the next game. It's just whichever team plays better that game is going to win. You got to just be ready for every inning and try to win every inning. That's what we did today, the second game.
The splitter itself, and that's a pitch that you obviously kind of have to have a lot of conviction with a little bit. I guess, when did you kind of really feel like okay, I have a lot of confidence in this?
Probably in the preseason. I started having some success with it, so I was just, ever since then, I would throw it 2-0, 3-2 counts. Just whenever a hitter was sitting on fastball, I'd be able to throw it in there, and it was fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Thanks.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thanks.
You might know the code to this?
54. It's the same one.
Over here, so let me see that. You've had a lot of big home runs in your career, but how good did that one feel after just these last couple of weeks and everything?
Yeah, it felt good. It's something I've been thinking about for a while because I wasn't able to play and kind of sitting there watching for a while. So I was looking forward to it, and it finally happened, and it felt good.
It really felt like it was kind of coming a little bit. I mean, you put together good at that last night, and then even your first at bat today. I mean, I think they said 103 off the bat on that one. Did you just kind of feel it gradually building a little bit, just feel more confident up there?
Yeah, I mean, I knew it was gonna be difficult at first because I haven't had many at bats, but it's baseball. It's the same game I've been playing my whole life, so I kind of just was building off what I was working on when I wasn't able to play, and today it helped, but we'll see if it helps down the road.
Just in terms of seeing live pitching and stuff, I guess when did you finally first be in there and face live arm? And I know you're mostly just going off the machine, right?
Yeah. So I wasn't able to hit off the machine for 3 months, and then I hit off the machine that Thursday before Stony Brook, and then my first live pitching was against Stony Brook that Friday. But actually, Pry was throwing me last 2 days ago, I think. I don't know, 3 days. And he was just giving me some reps, and he wanted to work on some stuff too. So, but yeah, it was last week. It was my first time.
Yeah.
Being sidelined for as long as you were, did you take anything away from having to step back and not be able to actually play?
Yeah, I mean, you learn a lot from just sitting there and watching. Especially just seeing how guys are when they're not doing well, and seeing how guys are when they are doing well. And you kind of just want to be even keeled the whole time. But I feel like for me, it was just kind of knowing myself and knowing that, all right, well, it sucks I can't play now, and I just got to be ready for when I can play, no matter what my role is at the time. Or it's going to be hard to get in there right away because we got a lot of good players. But I'm just happy that I'm able to get out there and play now. That's the biggest thing for me.
Thanks, Jason.
Thanks.
All right. Take it easy.
Well, congratulations on your impending SportsCenter debut, likely tonight. Tell me about the play.
Thank you, first of all. And it was hit. It was a line drive right at me, so I couldn't really tell how hard it was. And I heard Vance saying, back, back, back. And then next thing I know, I got to jump for it. And I didn't know where I was because I was going back. So I jump up, and I get hit by the wall, kind of shoots the ball up. And then I'm just looking up because I don't know where the ball is. And it's right on top of me, so I just grabbed it with one hand.
So your back hit the wall?
Yeah, so my glove was up, my back hit the wall, and then it kind of flung my glove up, which shot the ball out. So
you didn't really catch it to begin with. You kind of flung it, right?
Yeah. Well, I might have caught it initially and then ejected it.
But it was your glove was definitely over the wall. It was definitely a stolen
I think so. It all happened so fast. So as far as I know, yeah.
And then you just, when you almost hit the ground, you retrieved it with your throwing hand, right?
Yeah. Just kind of reaction.
And you didn't have time to think about it, right?
No, I was just reacting.
Have you ever had a play like that before?
No, never. I've always played infield, so I just got moved to outfield this year. So
what infield positions did you play?
Shortstop in high school, and then second base when I got here.
That probably didn't help you at all.
Maybe, I'm sure it did in a way, but yeah.
I noticed you were on your phone. How many texts did you have waiting for you when you got back to your phone?
Yeah, just notifications from my friends, ESPN, all that stuff. Like I guess it spreads like wildfire. So.
And you had a smile all the way to the dugout.
Yeah, I kind of shocked myself. I didn't know what to think. So it was a good moment.
Have you ever had a moment like that in your baseball career?
Not defensively, really. Maybe some offensive cool moments, but that was just so bizarre. No, it's unique.
And it seemed to turn the momentum because you guys took the lead in the bottom of the inning and went from there.
Yeah. Once that happened, the pitchers just dominated the rest of the game, and I think we all thought at that point when we started putting up runs and we saw how our guys were throwing that it was our game to win. So.
Yeah,
go ahead.
I was just what has that acclimation process kind of been like? Getting used to being in the outfield a little bit.
Yeah, at first it was tricky. Coach Forbes would put me out there a few times last year, and it was new to me. I would say I was decent at it just by being an athlete, but I didn't really have the technique as an outfielder and some of the movements and just the knowledge of how to be an outfielder and stuff like that. But since I've been there for a while, I've been really focusing on practice, and now I feel a lot more comfortable out there. So.
Yeah, how did the pitching as hitters today help you guys with confidence-wise, or just taking some pressure off in Game 3 about getting runs?
It was huge. Just knowing we didn't score, I think it was through 4 or 5. It was a 0-0 game, and you just knew eventually we were going to have the chance. We were going to be able to score, and when they're throwing that like that, it just takes so much pressure off because you feel like you don't need to score a ton when they're throwing like that. So, yeah, we needed that big time.
When they were reviewing the play, were they reviewing whether it hit the wall, you think? Or
Some people said it hit the net, but it's not really possible to hit the net and come back like that. If it hit the net, it would have fell over the fence. So I guess they were saying I guess they were saying it had to hit the wall and pop back up, which wouldn't be a home run if it hit the wall. It would have just been a double or so.
But it didn't hit the wall.
No, I didn't think it hit the wall. But like I said, it happened so fast, I didn't know.
I'm sure you hadn't given it much thought, but knowing you did that, had that kind of a play against the team that your dad played for, has got to be a little extra special.
Yeah. No, I was excited to play this one because, UVA was in state. My dad played there, so I used to go watch games, and I was a big fan. But now since I'm here, I want to take it to him. So, yeah, it felt good.
When did your dad play, and what positions did he play?
Oh, God, I couldn't tell you the year, but he played shortstop.
In 93.
Yeah, so, yeah. Somewhere around there.
90 to 92, I think is what I saw on it.
And, yeah, he played shortstop all 4 years, I believe.
And have you had time to speak to him since the game?
No, I think he's right out there. Well, surely.
You came in here last year, good fall, really strong preseason. Really felt you were kind of settling in a little bit, and then obviously suffered the injury there pretty early. Just kind of, what was it like kind of going through that, and then just kind of coming back from that? Just kind of what's that process been like?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I did feel good when I first got in here. I thought I was playing well, and then all that stuff was happening, and it was just a lot going through my head because I was playing through my shoulder popping out every other game, and when it would pop out and pop back in, I was able to play, but it was always something I was thinking about, and I was a freshman. I was immature. I didn't know how to handle it, and I think the time off was good. And talking to some of the coaches, I feel like I had a whole new mindset coming back, and I think it was good for me. It was miserable when it was happening, but I think it was good for me.
Thanks, girls.
Thank you.